ever since the 17th century, with the creation of the idea that whiteness, that racial identity bound together enslavers and poor whites. Non-planter whites had been able to get what the great historian W.E.B. Du Bois called a psychological wage, a gain simply from being white. It mattered to them that they had a status that was higher than that of the lowest group on the socioeconomic totem pole. And they were willing to fight to keep that group down so that they could retain that status. I think we can also look at it and we could say there's some concrete economic gains that even non-planter whites get from being part of a slave-owning society, even if they're not slave owners themselves. We know that the average income for whites in the cotton states, and Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and so on, was significantly higher than the average income for whites in the free states, of the North. In almost every single state, this was the case. Even non-planter whites, who may not have been as wealthy as the slave traders and planters who were at the peak of society, experienced some ancillary economic gains from selling food to plantations, from doing kinds of specialized artisanal work, from being overseers, from working for slave traders. There were jobs that were available to them because they were part of the racial class at the top of slaveholding society. And they had something to aspire to as well. If you look at if you translate or if you transform the value of a slave in $1860 to $2014, what you see is that a slave was worth a huge amount of money, something like the cost, the equivalent of the cost in 2014 of a single-family home in the United States. A poor or lower-class white person who could actually save up enough money and buy a slave would have a stake in society and a level of wealth that put them in the top 10%, not just of Southern society, but of U.S. society as a whole. Slaveholding was something, from their perspective, to aspire to. And so, of course, they participated in maintaining the system.